So a little ways back, I did a video about how to eat for any goal. And just to do a quick recap, I don't want to get into the whole thing, watch the video. But the basic idea is if you want to gain weight, first you got to figure out your maintenance calories, body weight times 15, and add 200 or 300 to that number. So 200-pound male, your maintenance calories, 200 times 15 is like 3,000. So eat around 3,200 calories. If your goal is to lose weight, take that maintenance again, subtract like 500 or 600 calories. So maybe you're going to need 2,500, 2,400 calories instead of your maintenance 3,000, or body weight times 12. That's your starting point. But one thing in addition to that, to just the straight numbers I want to talk about is the quality of those calories. Your body is more than just a combustion engine, and food is more than just calories and fuel. The type of food you eat matters. So let's pretend that your body is a car engine, a combustion engine, but it's a diesel engine. If you put regular unleaded gas in a diesel engine, for my folks out there who have ever had a diesel truck, you will destroy that engine. That's bad. So you got to put in the right kind of fuel. So for humans, that basically means real food, stuff that grew outside, like a vegetable or a fruit or anything that has a face or would have grown up to have a face. So your meat, fish, poultry, eggs here being the thing that would have grown up to have a face. Some protein powder, there's some quality supplements out there, but basically it's got to be actual food that your body can identify. Right now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of flexible dieting, and you should absolutely work in the foods you love. If you love Pringles, like that's your thing, okay, fine. Once or twice a week, work in a treat. Have some Pringles as your carbs. Just hit your calories. If your thing is ice cream, great. Have some ice cream after dinner, but hit your calories. So you have to have some flexibility in there. You can't go totally hog wild all the time, but you got to address food quality. So the bulk of what you eat, like 90% of what you eat, really should be good quality stuff: meat, fish, poultry, eggs. We talked about that, fruits, veggies. For your starches, your different kinds of rice, your different kinds of potatoes, oats. Usually the starches are where you work in the treats, but it's got to be good quality. And the one last thing I want to talk about, so we talked about quantity very briefly. We talked about quality. The last thing I want to talk about is protein. You could get, let's say you need 2,400 calories a day, and you get it all from really healthy foods, but all those healthy foods are fruits, vegetables, and rice. The missing ingredient there is protein. You need that protein to build muscle if you're trying to gain weight, and certainly to maintain what muscle you have if you're trying to lose weight. And there's a ton of different ideas out there on how much protein you actually need. A really good number I've always shot for, just to keep my life simple, I take my body weight in pounds and I multiply it by 1. So if I'm 200 pounds, I try to eat 200 grams of protein a day. That's enough to make sure I can gain muscle if I'm trying to do that, and enough to make sure I can maintain muscle if I'm trying to lose weight. You can certainly go higher if you like. The great thing about protein is it really helps keep you full. It's very filling. So I encourage you to keep that protein nice and high, maybe a little higher than the number I just said. That to me is like a good solid minimum. If you want to go a little below that, like maybe 0.8 or 0.85 grams per pound of body weight, fine. You might find that you're having trouble staying full if you're on a diet. But you got to have those things in place. So your food quantity, of course, like your total calories, which was another video, your food quality, and you got to have sufficient protein in there. Without all those things in place, you're not going to get the results you want. So thanks very much. I hope you found this useful, and make sure you hit like and subscribe, and tell all your friends, how to be awesome, and they have to eat real grown-up foods. Thanks very much. Take care.